Okay, I know I said I was going to do the TikTok method, but I don't feel like it. So I am going to do my absolute barest no makeup. Um, so I cleaned my face. I washed it. I only wash it once in the morning because I don't have makeup on. But at night I wash it twice because when you wash your face the first time, you're really just moving around in the dirt. But my face should have been pretty clean from last night, save for my my moisturizing routine, which I'll admit is pretty intense. So I am going to start by putting on my serum, which is the Super Glow from Tan Luxe. And it is, I'm going to put that on first. It's like a hyaluronic acid that has self-tanning in it. You need to make sure that you wash your hands when you're finished with this because otherwise you'll have splotches on your hands. But there's no point in washing them until you're fully done touching your face. And I do my neck too. And I got my makeup remover cloth, which I don't really use to make makeup eraser. I don't use it to erase my makeup, but I use it as like a little cloth that I use. I'm following it up with my La Mer serum. I'm really, if you want to not wear makeup, then your skincare routine is just as important as everything else. And then I'm going to put on my my daytime cream, which is my La Mer soft cream. Somebody asked me recently for an alternative to La Mer, and it's actually really cheap. It's one of the most moisturizing creams, and I would say that you can use is the Welda Skin Food. You can get it at Target. You can get it on Amazon. It's never more than $20. It doesn't have the anti-aging properties that La Mer does, but it has the same level of like moisture locking in. And you should always at night use a rose spray before you put your moisture on. Moisturizers keep the moisture in. So if your face is completely dry when you put the moisturizer on it, then it's not locking in any moisture. Okay, my eye cream, which is the La Mer Eye Concentrate. People ask me if it's worth it. I say it absolutely is. My skin, I was really starting to get wrinkles, and I've had reversal around my eyes. You can see I only have a little bit of fine lines there, but I don't have them over here anymore. And my skin tone's just better. And a part of my issue is, though, that I have super sensitive skin, and so I can't use cheap creams at all. All right, although there is a good one by Neutrogena that I can use. It's like this gel, ultra gentle gel, but it has zero anti-aging in it, and I can't wear retinol very well. So, all right, next I'm gonna take my roller for depuffing. I keep it in, I have a little mini fridge in my bathroom, but it's great for mornings where you don't get a lot of sleep. It really helps with depuffing. I mean, it really does. The La Mer cream comes with a little roller ball, like a metal ball too, that you can use under your eyes. But since I'm doing this one, I don't need to get that one out. You go upwards on your face, downwards on your neck, and then away from your eyes. And then I'll have to wash that later. Okay, so then I'm going to, and this is like for a dewy look, the key is a facial oil. Again, I'm using the La Mer one. I also really like the Eve Lom one. That one's a great substitute. I actually got mine at Harrods when I was in London because my La Mer oil leaked out of the little container I tried to take it in with. But you can see, so now, and even if you have oily skin, a good facial oil isn't going to cause breakouts. It's really just going to hydrate your skin, and hydration is what keeps you from wrinkling, so that's important. But also it's going to give me a nice little glow. See, so now the big impurity I'm going to have to deal with is what's under my eyes. So I probably should have done this before I started, but I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to get it wet so that when I do put on my concealer, it's good and wet. So beauty blenders, they get larger as you put water on them. You can see it's growing. And then they work much better. Okay, so sunscreen is important. For me, my sunscreen is in my primer. It doesn't have much of a tint to it, so it's not going to add, it's not going to be something I have to blend in a whole bunch. I just have to put it on. But the how I get my sunscreen in. Again, because I have super, super sensitive skin, I'm very limited into what makeup I can use. And sunscreen is one of my biggest culprits that causes my rosacea. I've got a little bit going on here because I dermaplaned the other day. What is dermaplaning? It's when you remove all the peach fuzz from your face. My face doesn't like it the first time you do it after, but it gets over it, and it does great for regeneration of skin cells. Okay, and removes just all the dead crap from your skin. It's great. So I'm gonna use just a little bit of a tiny bit of shimmer on my face, and I'm gonna go with this Peaches Shadow Sense. I love the Shadow Sense. They're made by the same people who make Lip Sense. Stay all day. They don't need primer. So here's what I've done. I've pulled out, and I learned this trick from my dealer, as she's known. And I put a little bit on the brush. These Real Technique brushes are very cheap. They are all synthetic, and as far as I can tell, they're the best ones that you need a synthetic brush for the Shadow Sense. I definitely use Smashbox and Hourglass and more expensive brushes, and with powder eyeshadow, but with this liquid one, this brush is where it's at. So now I just got a little bit of just a hint of, I'm gonna just dab a little bit up in the top. The concentration's down here, and you can just barely see it, but it's there, and it just evens out the texture of my eyes, but no one will really notice, which is the goal we're looking for. You can go without mascara. It's not a thing I do. I use Lashcraft by Sephora. I have tried 10 million different kinds of mascara. A new one comes out, I try it. This is the only one that I feel doesn't clump and then doesn't leave a 5 o'clock shadow. What does that mean? It means by the end of the day, are there any marks? Oop, and I messed up and I got a little on my eyes. I'll have to fix that. Are there any marks under your eyes? Because I've yet to find a single other one that does. I also like, there's a Chanel one that is a little bit more kick up top, but it does have a tiny bit of, all right. There, I had to use a real mirror, but I got the little mark there. Okay. You could also just use like an eyelash crimper instead of mascara if that's your thing. If you don't want to do that. Okay. I can't really get away with the no makeup thing without concealer. Maybe if I slept more, but I don't. All right, so I'm gonna use the Boing. It's a new cakeless concealer, so they call it, from Benefit. Looks like a little pencil. I'm obsessed with this. I just bought it in a darker color to contour with. But okay, so if you didn't know, don't do that. You want to do a triangle under your eyes. And for me, it's got to go wider because of the rosacea. So this is what's going to make you look awake. Yeah, see, it's not that much more. It doesn't take that much longer. All right, now I'm coming in with my beauty blender, and I'm dabbing, and I'm blending. Look in the actual mirror. Okay, there goes the rosacea. Now under my eyes are starting to get their thing. I tend to come in and do a little bit down the middle of my nose and maybe a little out on my forehead just to sort of even the color out. I got a little zit over here, so I'm gonna just put like, yeah. Okay, there we go. Not super, I feel like I need a little more coverage under my eyes. So I'm gonna do that. But really, they need. There you go. Okay. So, for me, the key to no makeup is really the bronzer and the and blush to make dewy cheeks. All right, this is MAC. It's Gold Deposit Mineralizing Skin I am going to, I'm actually going to just put this pretty much everywhere. It's going to give me a nice sun-kissed look. A little bit on my forehead, on the sides of my nose, along my jawline. And even if you don't have a great tan, it'll make you look like you have just been out in the sun. See all that shine? And I think with this one, I don't need highlighter either, so it cuts back on how much time it takes. All right. I'm going to finish with a nice sort of light pink one. It's Petal Power by MAC. Same brush. And I'm just going to put it on the apples of my cheek. And it's just going to give me a little more pink. This is not always my favorite. I don't ever wear this one alone. I don't think it packs enough of a punch unless you like really don't want to look like you're wearing any makeup. I prefer the Lovejoy. You see that one's really messy because I used it forever. I also like Buxom in Mykonos. Let me open this one up. This is a really fun, like corally, pinky color. For my eyebrows, I'm not going to do anything other than take my spoolie and sort of brush them into place. The eyebrow of the last century is not a thing anymore. Just kind of good. Okay, I am going to, I'm going to do a sort of just bare, I'm actually going to mix two shades. You could just use any like nude lip gloss or lipstick, but I'm going to do, I only wear lip sense anymore. So I also like, I do have the Fenty Beauty, this is the Fenty Glow. It's their lip gloss. It's really nice. It doesn't last, whereas the lip sense will be on me all day. So I'm going to do a layer of Honey Rose and then 2 layers of Prosecco. All right, there's my Honey Rose. Lip sense is great. It takes some getting used to. It feels weird when you apply it, burns a little bit, but it lasts all day if you keep glossing it. And the colors are just, nobody makes colors like these that last. And they have so many colors. So there's 1 layer of Prosecco. Normally I would do my blush while I was waiting for the look, because each one has to sort of dry. So while it dries, I do my next step. I'm not going to use a setting powder because I want to keep sort of a glow look, but I am going to use a setting spray. I used a Slick by Urban Decay. All Nighter is the one that most people use, and it's good. I like the Slick a little bit better because I think it cuts down the oil a little bit more. Okay, last layer of Prosecco. All right, got it with that set, and then I'll put the gloss on, and I'll be good to go. I'm just using the regular glossy gloss right now. All right, there's my no makeup. Look at that glow. That's all the rage right now, and it was so easy. All right, it only took 14 minutes because I talked so much. Bye.